So, welcome to this session. Today, we'll try to understand the integrator, further part of integrator, then differentiator, and we'll discuss about the preparation for MSc. So, let us start with the integrator circuit. So, as far as the circuit is concerned, it is something like this. So, it is modified version of inverting amplifier where RF is replaced by capacitor. Okay, then we provide V input with respect to ground and we get V output with respect to ground. Okay, so this is what is integrator. Last time we saw that it works like an integrator. We also had drawn some waveforms. Today we discuss about its problem. So this is called as a basic circuit, basic integrator. It has a problem. We'll sort out the problem and we'll call that as the practical integrator. Okay, so I think let us modify this itself. So if you actually replace this op amp by a combination of practical op amp, ideal op amp and practical op amp. So what happens is that even if there is no input, like V input is grounded, there is a battery here. So this circuit gets modified. Suppose if you remove this outer side, then this circuit gets modified as non-inverting amplifier with VIO input. Did you get this point? We first had drawn simple basic integrator, then we added one ideal op amp plus VIO and then removed the outside. So whatever we see is a practical op amp in the form of ideal op amp. Okay. So because this is ideal op amp, everybody understood this much? They should be quite simple. So since this is ideal op amp, virtual short will be there because there is a feedback, negative feedback. So VIO will be here, and because of this VIO there will be current through capacitor even if there is no input, zero input. So as soon as you power up this circuit, VIO will be anyway there in case of a practical op amp, and which will cause current to flow either this way or this way, depends on the polarity of VIO, whether it's a plus or minus. So the current can be this way or this way. So if the current is this way, from right to left, it will come from capacitor. The capacitor will charge this way, the output will be positive, and since this is a capacitor and it is charging with a constant current, the output voltage will rise and will settle to plus V sat. Okay. In case VIO is negative, because it can be anyway, the current will be like this and then the current will be like this, and therefore capacitor will charge like this. Left hand side is at 0 volt or nearly VIO, which is very small. The output voltage will fall down and then settle to minus V sat. Everybody agrees with this? Ultimately it will go to either plus V sat or minus V sat. So what is the problem with basic integrator? Write down this. The output will go to either plus V sat or minus V sat after power on. Without any input. So this is the problem. Everybody understood this? Hello? If you respond quickly, we can go ahead quickly. Otherwise, we'll be spending time just for waiting. Right. So this is the problem. Now, why this is happening? Why this is happening? Because who is the culprit? Culprit is VIO. Okay. By what amount VIO is getting amplified? It should be 1 plus RF by R1. Okay. What is the value of RF? It is the capacitive reactance. That is XC. At DC, XC will be infinity because the zero frequency is there. So this becomes 1 plus infinity by R1, that is infinity. So VIO is amplified by a large gain VIO. So VO is equal to VIO into this VIO. So since this is infinity, the output will be infinity, and therefore output will be saturated. I hope you understood this. Now tell me how do we take care of this? To take care of this, we have to control this. It means we have to control this. It means at DC the XC should not be infinity. Now that is not in our hand because it is the property of capacitor. But what we can do is we can add one resistor in parallel with capacitor, by which even if XC is infinity, there is some RF. Are you getting this point? So RF in parallel with XC will be finite even at zero frequency. So what is the modified circuit? Practical integrator. Let us write the name as practical integrator. So it is the same, but the XC is having a parallel resistor. V in, then V out, C, R, F, R1. So this is a practical integrator. Practical integrator. Okay. Now what is its effect? The effect, suppose R1 is 1K, RF is 100K. Okay, RF should be as large as possible because we want feedback element to be capacitor as far as possible. It means it should be pure capacitor, then it's the best, very good integrator. So 1K, 10K, it means the at DC capacitive reactance is infinity, therefore the gain will be minus 100, and therefore the VO will be VIO into 100, sorry 1 plus 100, and therefore it is suppose VIO is 1 millivolt, it is 101 millivolt. So instead of saturation, it is going to 100 millivolts, which can be acceptable. Everybody understanding this? Yes or no? So what is the advantage? The advantage is that this circuit will never go to VSAT if the input is grounded because of the RF element. Okay, so if you plot the frequency response of this circuit, suppose if I plot the frequency response of this circuit, log f, let me draw first first graph, that is gain in dB, and this is the graph, this is the basic integrator, where RF is absent, no RF. Okay, but because of the RF, the gain will fall, and therefore the integrator will be having this type of frequency response. Okay. So this will be the frequency response. Now if you look at the frequency response during this region, it means this frequency band, the gain is constant. Constant gain. Yes or no? Therefore it will work as inverting amplifier because the gain is constant. But in the region in this region the gain is falling, so the circuit will work as integrator. Okay, so you need to be careful about for which frequency range this circuit will work as integrator, for which frequency range it will not work as integrator. That we need to understand and accordingly use this circuit. Okay. This frequency is given by Fe 1 upon 2 pi RFCF. So once you know RFCF, you can find out Fa, and beyond Fa it will start working like an integrator. Below Fa it will work like an inverting amplifier. Everybody understood this? Fine. So we cannot use the basic integrator like without resistor, because it will saturate the output. Okay, we have to use practical op-amp, practical integrator, but the practical integrator has issue that the frequency response is not all the time dropping, it is constant for certain range of frequencies. These range of frequencies, during in this range the output will be based on inverting amplifier equation, and after that it will start working like an integrator. So this we have to keep in mind. Okay, it means the input frequency f input should be greater than Fe for the signal to get integrated. Understanding this, input frequency should be more than FA. Did you understand? Did you understand this? Input frequency should fall in this region. Then only it will integrate. If the input frequency falls in this region, it will be an inverting amplifier. So this we have to take care. You can practically do this experiment in Proteus and verify that. We'll do that. In next week we will do that. We can experience this. Okay. So with this we will end the discussion of integrator. As far as I want to show you the integration simulation, but we'll do that simulation after the MAC. We'll quickly go through the differentiator circuit. Differentiator circuit means a circuit which finds derivative of the input. Integrator was integrating. It means when we use the integrator, if we give square wave, it was giving you a kind of triangular wave. But differentiator circuit, if we give a square wave, it will give you the spikes. The output will be like this. So this is what is differentiator. Whenever we want to convert a square wave into spikes, we can use a differentiator. So to implement this, we will use similar circuit. Only thing that instead of R1 we use capacitor. So V output with respect to ground, V input with respect to ground, C1 and RF. This is the combination that we have. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is this understood? Are we in sync? Shall we go ahead? Any query? Okay, fine. So this voltage is a ground, that is 0 volt. This voltage is also ground, that is 0 volt. We are temporarily assuming that ideal op amp initially. Okay, and therefore VO is the voltage across RF. So VO is equal to minus VRF. Why minus? Because the output is the left hand side of RF is grounded. So for example, if the input is V input, the current is flowing like this. Let me use different color, like this. Okay, so the value of current IC will be based on V input actually derivative of input C1 into dV in divided by dt. We can do this because the voltage across capacitor is same as V input, because the right hand side is 0 volt. Therefore we can directly put here V input. Okay. So the same current is passing through IRF. Okay. Therefore, VO, you find out VO is equal to RF into IRF. So RF into IC, RF into C1 dV in by dt, and there is a negative sign also. Okay, so you can find out VO is proportional to dV in by dt. So this circuit works like an integrator. The rate of change of input reflects into output, or output is proportional to rate of change of input. So how can we draw that? Suppose we have a square wave. In this portion, the rate is how much? What is the rate of change of input? It is 0 because it is not changing. So the output will be 0. Okay, so the output will be 0. Here the rate of change of input is large, positive, that is increasing. So the output will be more. In this portion the rate is still large and it is going down, so the output will be like this. So this will be the output. Are you getting this? VO and V in, and obviously the time axis. This is also time axis. I hope you understood this. Yes or no? Okay. Now there is also a small problem in case of a differentiator circuit. The problem can be easily understood by looking at the circuit and then thinking of the source of the signal. For example, suppose you have the circuit which has capacitor, and then there is a source of signal. Source of signal. This is the output. Now let us look at this particular point. It is 0 volt. This point is 0 volt. So capacitor is in fact in parallel with this virtually. The capacitor is in parallel with the signal source. Yes or no? Okay. Now if you think of the capacitive reactance Xc at high frequency, will it be infinity or will it be 0? Zero. So for higher frequencies, since Xc is very small, it will draw more current. I will be more. So therefore the source will be unhappy, because the circuit is drawing more current. Are you getting the point? Yes or no? And in order to avoid such problem, we can add a small resistance R1, small value. Because why small? Because this total should be very close to capacitor. If we have a large value, then this will dominate this fellow. Resistance will dominate capacitance. Okay, we don't want that. So capacitor should be dominating in this particular combination. Therefore, R should be small, but it should be enough to limit the current from the source, so that the source will be somewhat happy. Are you getting the point? Okay. Now think of whether there will be any problem of VIO. Think of whether there will be any problem. For example, if the input is if the input is 0, what will be the output? If the input is 0, that is, the situation is this. Then the current through this will be 0, because this is 0. This is also 0. So current will be 0. Therefore this current will be 0. Okay. Then drop will be 0. Left hand side is at 0. Drop is 0, means output is 0. So therefore, if the input is 0, what will be the output? Zero. Okay, no saturation. So this circuit does not go to any saturation even if the input is 0, whereas integrator goes to saturation. Everybody understood this? So there are two circuits, integrator and differentiator. So which circuit goes to saturation when the power is on? Integrator, right? And differentiator doesn't do that. So differentiator is that way stable circuit, doesn't go to saturation. Okay, fine. I hope this is enough for today as far as these two circuits are concerned. So we will go to the third point, preparation of MSc. For some time we will spend on this. If you have any queries regarding this, let us ask. Right, there was a important call. Anyway, that is not an issue. But did you get the answer? Why VIO is not present in differentiator? Differentiator में VIO present होता है, but उसका effect आता नहीं. For example, ये differentiator है. Okay, VIO is actually DC. VIO is DC signal. So at DC this is open, and if it is open, let us remove this. So this becomes the circuit. So this circuit is unity gain amplifier. Because it's a unity gain amplifier, the output is only VIO. Okay, which is very close to 0. Therefore it doesn't go to saturation. Are you getting the point? Hello? Okay, fine. So any other query regarding MSc? The test will be objective. MSc will be objective MSc, but the objective questions will be kind of tricky questions. You need to think. Without thinking, there will not be any answer. So enough data will be given to you, but you need to appropriately think. If you have any query, you can ask. Yes, at present there is no theory question. No descriptive, I can say. Syllabus is module 1 to 3. Whatever is taught. Okay, L1 to L20. Example, yes, I'll give you example. So let us take an example. The question can be, say, Anil assembled a circuit. Okay, this can be, it means it's a situation based. First thing is that situation will be given to you. Anil assembled a circuit. R1 and R2 were, say, 1K and 2K. Okay, for example, inverting amplifier. He is assembled inverting amplifier. But he observed V output to be plus Vsat. He observed. Now what may be the reasons? Okay, so ABCD will be given. Some, let me give the options also. One is RF is shorted. R1 is open. Then RF is open. R1 is short. Or maybe not this. None of the above. None of the given. Now tell me which is the correct answer. R1 R2 दिया है, इन्वर्टिंग एम्पलीफायर का सर्किट भी स्पेसिफाई किया, आउटपुट इज Vsat. अभी सोचना पड़ रहा है क्या? C, correct. C is the correct answer. Okay. Is it difficult? Very difficult? Is it concept based? Do you need to mug up anything? Okay. So is this okay? This type of questions which are thinking based. Once you understand, there is no need to read anything. This is one example. Okay, let us take another example. Shall we take another example? Suppose there is an adder circuit. Of course, circuit will not be given to you. Only adder circuit will be specified to you. You have to refer to anything because you can do that. Adder circuit आपको पता होना चाहिए. Inverting adder. Okay. Suppose all resistors are 2K. It is given. V1, V2, V3. Then VIO is also given 2 millivolt. And when all the inputs are 0, find VO. Find VO. तो अभी फाइंड आउट करो. वो कैसा करना है? शैल आई शो यू? तो उसके लिए क्या करना है आपको? ये ऑप एम्प के अंदर एक ऑप एम्प एज्यूम करना, आइडियल ऑप एम्प, ये रिमूव करना. देन आई एम डूइंग दिस एवरी टाइम. दिस इज VIO. ठीक है, तो ये VIO यहाँ आता है. VIO. Otherwise you can do one thing, just remove this. So this becomes non-inverting amplifier with VIO. So just multiply this by, so VO will be 1 plus RF by R1 इंटू VIO. ये अपना VIO का बेसिक इक्वेशन है. तो इसमें 1 प्लस RF कितना है? 2K. R1 कितना है? 2K इन पैरेलल विथ 2K इन पैरेलल विथ 2K. ये आपको करना है. 2K इन पैरेलल विथ 2K इन पैरेलल विथ 2K. बस. और VIO दिया है 2 मिलीवोल्ट. ये फाइंड आउट करना. ओके. इज इट डिफिकल्ट? So this is where you are supposed to apply the knowledge. Not remember. Okay. So will it be okay, or shall we ask definition of VIO? Write the definition of VIO. Nobody is going to ask this definition in your life. Right. So we will not ask questions which are mug-up based, only remembering this. We will ask questions, very simple questions. Remember, the questions will be simple. Only thing that you have to apply your understanding. That's all. Anyway, options will be there. One more example and then we'll take a pause. जैसे कि अनिल है, उसके पास एक सिग्नल है साइन वेव 0 वोल्ट साइन, और उसका पीक वैल्यू 100 मिली वोल्ट है या 50 मिली वोल्ट है, जो भी है. ओके. नाउ ही वांट्स टू get a signal which is shifted version. ऐसा चाहिए उसको, शिफ्ट चाहिए उसको. तो वो क्या यूज़ करें? ऑप्शंस आर इन्वर्टिंग एम्पलीफायर, एडर, सबट्रैक्टर, इंटीग्रेटर. तो एडर का आंसर सही है. ओके. नाउ आई गिव ए वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल, बट such questions will be there. There will be some complicated questions also, but I suggest that you prepare every circuit properly, उसका ऑपरेशन सही तरह से समझ लो. देन इक्वेशंस जो भी है वो सही ढंग से अंडरस्टैंड करो. एंड वन मोर थिंग इज दैट in case there are some faults in the circuit, For example, if I take the adder circuit, and if there is a fault that this circuit is open, then what is the effect on VO? ये आपको पता करने के लिए आना चाहिए. सिर्फ इक्वेशन डालो VO इज इक्वल टू ऐसा इक्वेशन, ये नहीं चलेगा. इन केस द सर्किट गोज बैड, क्या हो सकता है, दैट यू शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. दैट यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड ओनली व्हेन यू नो द सर्किट and its operation. Everybody understood this? Any other query? Yes. For ISA also the question will be similar, because the whole idea is to go to apply level and analyze level. Okay, all of us wish to test how far we are able to apply what we understood or learnt, and whether we are able to analyze the given situation or circuit. यही करना है ना. दैट्स वाई वी हैव रिटन हियर. आप समझो हम ये क्यों कर रहे हैं. इट इज़ नॉट टू ट्रबल द स्टूडेंट्स, बट देखो इधर हमारा कोर्स आउटकम पहला अप्लाई लेवल का और दूसरा एनालाइज का है कि नहीं है. यस और नो. हाँ, तो इसलिए इवैल्यूएशन स्कीम है ना हमारा, तो ऐसा होगा. आईएससी में 5 मार्क अप्लाई लेवल के लिए, एनालाइज के लिए 5 मार्क. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि 5 क्वेश्चन होंगे. देयर कैन बी 10 क्वेश्चंस, बट 5 मार्क्स विल बी अल्टीमेटली यू डेडिकेटेड टू अप्लाई एंड 5 टू एनालाइज. एमएससीबी का वही पैटर्न होगा. उसके बाद आईएससी 2 में थोड़ा अपर लेवल जाएंगे, यानी कि एनालिसिस और इवैल्यूएशन, यानी ये सर्किट अच्छा है, ये सर्किट बुरा है, कंपैरिजन. एंड एंड सेमेस्टर में सब लेवल्स होंगे थोड़े थोड़े. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? ये ठीक है. ओके, लास्ट लेवल क्रिएट लेवल का होगा. क्रिएट लेवल यानी कि छोटा डिज़ाइन. ओके, वी हैवंट we did not do that design part. We will do that design part, and then in EAC there will be some design related activity. ठीक है. I hope you are understanding. ये ठीक है. So shall we take a pause? Would you like to have written questions? राइटिंग वाले क्वेश्चन चाहिए? जज से नो बोल रहा है. ओंकार बोल रहा है नो इमीडिएटली आंसर. मैं नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ तो इतना जल्दी आंसर नहीं आता है. दशरथ भी नो बोला. एनीवे, in the end semester we will have written questions. The whole idea is to look at the situation and then take some decisions, but the idea is to go to apply level and analyze level. ये बहुत important है. The type of question is not important. ठीक है. So any other query? Otherwise we'll take a pause. Shall we take a pause? Okay, time is almost up, so we'll take a pause. Have a nice day and thanks.